Now, Bitcoin dumped right into the weekly open, and I'll be honest with you, I was a bit disheartened by that because as a Bitcoin bull, I wanted to see this rally. So today we're going to be talking about what does Bitcoin need to do in this zone in order for us to actually continue this bull run. Now, people are a bit confused, and for those of you in the Mango Seed program, there's actually a really amazing conversation going on in the Seed Discord chat, basically talking about how do you go about handling your Bitcoin positions and just your positions in general during this phase of the market, because this is a bit of an iffy phase with Bitcoin actually losing some key levels but maintaining other key levels. So how do you go about managing a position? So if you're in the Seed chat, go ahead and check out that conversation. Additionally, guys, the Mango Seed program has a brand new indicator added into the program called the Delta X. Now, Sean will be dropping more juice in the Mango Delta X module. In fact, I just sat through one of the videos and you guys are in for a treat. I am frigging excited, so buckle in for the Delta X drop. So Peanut from the Mango Grove asked me, Krisha, are you leaning bearish on Bitcoin right now? And I'll be honest with you, I'm not leaning bullish. The only thing really staying my hand right now is the fact that the altcoins are still holding up relatively well. So let me show you exactly what it is that I'm looking at in three very succinct points. This is Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, and we just opened a brand new weekly candle. However, I don't like this. Okay, I'll just be honest. I think this is not confidence inducing, and why is that? Because we were looking at one cyclical indicator, which is the weekly Mango dynamic indicator, which is officially lost. That's right, we're looking at this entire Mango dynamic support. As you can see, ever since the beginning of the bull run back in Jan of 2023, every visit of that Mango dynamic support was actually picked up by the bulls. We have not lost it like twice in a consecutive dip down to the level. You can see that, yeah, while we did close two candles right here, we reclaimed it. Not just that, we closed candles over it, and then that's when the next rally started. You can see that every other visit of the Mango dynamic support was picked up by the bulls. This is the first time we're getting one, two. This time we actually lost it once here, and now we're coming back down for a second time. So that's what I'm saying. This is not very confidence inducing. Not just that, you can see the slope on the dynamic is leading on the negative side. The dynamic is currently red, telling us, okay, this is bearish, and we're also using it as overhead resistance. We have 1, 2, 3 weekly candle closes underneath dynamic support. Now, another one of our cyclical indicators telling me that Bitcoin wants to inch a bit more lower, but within this range currently is the bi-weekly dynamic support. The dynamic indicator is actually one of our cornerstone indicators that's keeping us not only on the right side of Bitcoin, but many of the altcoins as well, like Cardano. I'm using it quite extensively on Cardano as well. But you can see that right here, the biweekly dynamic support, we actually closed within. It's ever so slight. If you zoom in, you'll be able to see it. The numbers on the dynamic support range from around 58,975 all the way down to 54,125 if you want to take note of those numbers. But this biweekly candle actually closed at 58,725. So yeah, slightly within that range. And every time Bitcoin is closed within the bi-weekly dynamic range, at the very least, we've made our way all the way down to the bottom of the dynamic cloud. Now for us, yes, that's coming in at around 54,105. Now why is this so important? Let me just zoom out for you. Once again, ever since we started the run in Jan of 2023, notice we took out dynamic resistance, used it as support, rally off to 70K all-time highs. And even when we were actually closing candles within the dynamic cloud, where did we make our way down to? Bottom of the dynamic cloud. We did it once here, we did it the second time right here, but it got held within that zone until we actually saw a rally off of that. Now, just to show you how well the dynamic system has worked even on the bi-weekly time frame, let me just zoom out of this. Every time we break the dynamic cloud, now this was a cycle of 2014, that was bear market territory for Bitcoin. We broke it right here at the cycle of 2018. Lost that dynamic cloud, bear market territory of Bitcoin, taking it down to $3,000. This was that COVID phase right here. We broke it, telling us that, okay, something different is happening here. Buckle in. We could be seeing a risk event. This is where we saw that entire meltdown to 3K as well. Now, even right here, we lost it once right here. This was the first 50% dump after the 60K high. Broke it once again, and then the bear market ensued in earnest, taking us all the way down to $15,000. So you can see just how well this is done and keeping us on the right side of the bull phase and the bear phase. Now, if we consider current price relative to that bi-weekly dynamic, we're currently hovering over that region. However, this candle still has an entire week before it closes. And if this candle finds itself closing inside this red box territory, which is essentially your bi-weekly dynamic zone, there is a better chance, a higher probability of price actually moving to the downside. Likely first target is bottom of the cloud, hovering at around 54,156. but this is the key zone that you ought to be looking out for. We want to see strength over this zone, all right? If we want that bullish confidence induced in us as traders, we want to see price live over this red box territory right here. Now, why am I not turning completely bearish here? You know what I mean? These are my cyclical indicators, so why am I not turning bearish? Because I believe that Bitcoin right now is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Okay, yeah, to put it very, very simply for you guys, I'm not leaning bullish, I'm not leaning bearish because of this one fact that we're currently stuck between a rock and a hard place. And this is what I'm talking about. Bitcoin on the monthly time frame relative to the 10 simple moving average. If there is one cyclical indicator to keep you on the right side, okay, you're not looking to get optimal with your entries and your exits, you are only looking to catch the meat of the move. The 10 SMA works like a charm. Zoom out and observe every single instance where we've broken the 10 SMA to the upside and to the downside. Now, what I have highlighted is only the breaks to the downside, but that usually marks the beginning of the bear market. And right now, if you look at where price is at relative to the 10 SMA, I mean, this is what I mean, rock in a hard place. We're literally sitting right on top of it. In fact, if I just go ahead and smack it on the bi-weekly chart within that zone, that dynamic zone, you can see that the 10 SMA is literally sitting smack in the middle of that zone. You can see that it's all within this one zone cluster right here. The 10 SMA, the bi-weekly dynamic, the weekly dynamic, it's all here. What I do not want to see as a Bitcoin bull is multiple candle closes underneath this 10 SMA level. All right, whether it be on the weekly time frame, the bi-weekly time frame, if I start seeing weakness along this monthly 10 SMA level coming in at around 56,861, that would tell me that the bears have the edge here, and there's a higher probability that the bears take over in earnest and prices come down even further, likely all the way down to $42,000. At that point, we probably have a risk event on the horizon that we'll have to watch out for, considering that as far as the timeline is concerned, I don't think that we're anywhere close to the end of that timeline, but hey, you got to follow the price for what it's giving you. It's giving us information right here, so we take it as it is, okay? Price first before anything else. And I am a huge proponent of charts actually pricing in a risk event before we're all even aware of it. All right, so this is essentially what I'll be looking for. Now, of course, I'll be following Bitcoin's price action relative to this entire region of support very, very, very closely. So if you guys want to keep up to date with that, make sure you're hitting the sub and the bell icon. Once we get this information, I'll also be giving you guys targets to the downside as well. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's analysis on Bitcoin. I'll now see you in the next one. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.